Today's painting is going to be controversial. And I don't mean for everybody. Most people will probably be like, so? I mean amongst the Catholics. And this might be something you don't want to watch. It involves miscarriage and the concept of limbo. So anybody who does not want to hear about those topics, feel free to find a different video. This is, of course, all my own thoughts, so you can all take it with a grain of salt. I'm not looking to argue with anybody. I'm just going to tell you my experience. And the reason I'm talking about this painting in particular today is because I am about to make some professional, hopefully some professional looking videos for my art, because I'm thinking about maybe selling some things. But this is a painting that I would never sell, never in a million years. In fact, I didn't even have it on a prominent wall in my house. I had it in sort of a hidden area because it is so personal to me. I had never experienced a miscarriage before. I wouldn't say I had 13 healthy pregnancies because, you know, there were different issues here and there, but for the most part, everybody was born and they're all, you know, healthy now. When I was expecting number 9, we almost lost her at the very beginning. And I remember this really callous doctor saying to me, well, that's what you get when you have so many. You know you're going to lose a few. That was a crazy thing for her to tell me as I was experiencing what we thought was a miscarriage. That was a pregnancy filled with all kinds of twists and turns, but she's fine now. So I kind of had that thought in the back of my head, like, okay, well, the more times I got pregnant, the more chances I had of losing a baby. Just mathematically, that's the case, right? Especially as you get older. Once you reach a certain age, your chances of miscarriage definitely outweigh actually carrying to term. I got pregnant with number 14 in 2015. We did end up losing that baby. It was devastating, of course, devastating. But I kind of was thinking, like, I guess statistically, this is what I should expect, right? And then I got pregnant again, and this time it was twins. So when I went in and the sonographer told me it didn't look like one of them was growing or getting any bigger, I thought, okay, well, I better brace myself. I think we might lose that one. And we did. Pretty soon after that, we lost the other one too. This one was worse than the first one because I was farther along. I needed to get what's called a D&C. There were still some parts that were still inside. So I had to have this procedure done. It was definitely one of the hardest days of my life. But what followed was so much worse. I gave up so hard. I'd wake up and there would be an elephant sitting on my chest. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. When my kids would go to school, I would, clean up the house, make the food, I'd have dinner, all this stuff. I did, the things I was supposed to do as a wife and mother. After this happened, I was nothing. I was a ghost. I sat in what I called my box of smoke, which was our garage, where we had like a TV and like some chairs and stuff. And I would sit out there and I would smoke cigarette after cigarette and stare at the TV. And I would do that until 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Now, this actually was coupled with a time in my life when I was experiencing, I suffer from chronic pain. I have a back injury that just gets worse every single day. And so I was struggling with that too. I was in between medication at the time to manage the pain, and I was actually using like nothing really. Coupled with the losses, one after another, it broke me. I couldn't anything. My kids call it the dark times, jokingly. We all joke about it now because it is not like this anymore, which is the only way I can make this video. While I was out in the garage, the kids were inside, watching stuff, playing stuff, just hanging out. This is not a how to handle this situation. This is how I handled the situation and how I have come out of it. And as I'm talking about this, I'm getting really choked up, obviously, because I don't know how long it takes to get over this. It was over 10 years ago. So there are obviously people out there in the world that have lost more than I have. I am not trying to compare my situation to anyone else's. I actually just want to tell you about this painting. There is some fuzzy area in church teaching about where the souls of unbaptized babies go. And therein lies the controversy. You've lost a baby. You want to believe that baby went right into the loving arms of Jesus, right? What a comforting thought. But the Catholic Church teaches that without baptism, you can't enter heaven. Saints like St. Thomas Aquinas surmised that possibly the guardian angel baptized the baby. Isn't that comforting? That sounds nice. Traditionally, the church has taught that there is a place called limbo. A lot of times, limbo is described as just, the outer region of hell, which nobody wants to picture their baby in hell. Are you kidding me? And that's not what it is. It is described as a place of natural happiness. So while the babies are deprived of getting to see God, they are deprived of nothing else. Perfectly humanly happy where they are. So when I think of natural happiness, I think of nature, flowers, trees, birds, animals, sky, rain, rainbows, that's natural. And so I pictured the happiest I would be is if I could fly. So I started picturing my babies as just happy little birds, little sibling birds, hanging out together in the most beautiful world God could create for them. So in this painting, there is one bigger bird and then two smaller birds, and I picture them as my babies on a beautiful sunny morning. I left them slightly unfinished. If you look, you can see the charcoal outlines and the painted in but not completely sort of aspect of it. You can see a lot of brush strokes. It's unfinished, because that's how I see it. But maybe that's all God wanted for them, to be as finished as they were. And there they are, in a place of perfect bliss. They don't know what they don't know. So I can't be sad for them. And I do like to believe once this earth is over, maybe we'll get to meet. Wow, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. So naturally, the controversy is some people think that is a harsh thing to think. And that's okay. It's not officially defined because we don't know. We can't presume on God's mercy, but we know that He has an abundance of it. So you are free to hope whatever you want. I go with what the church has traditionally taught. And if I ever get to meet them, what a blessed surprise. So here's my first guy. It's very Partridge Family. And then here are the little twins. I think of this guy as the nice big brother. I don't have a name for this. I don't know how to name this.